1. East Side Gallery. Once a symbol of oppression and an enduring reminder of Germany's turbulent past, the concrete barrier that used to divide Berlin now serves a vastly different purpose thanks to the creation of the East Side Gallery. Artists transformed the largest remaining section of the Berlin Wall into an open-air art gallery with colorful, thought-provoking graffiti murals. 2. Rothenburg ob der Tauber. One of the most beautiful small towns in the world, Rothenburg ob der Tauber is an endlessly charming village along Germany's fabled romantic road in the Franconia region of Bavaria. Its cobblestone lanes, half-timbered houses, churches, medieval walls, and towers look like they were plucked from a storybook. 3. Courtroom 600. Many people who visit Germany want to gain a deeper understanding of the tragic events of the 20th century. Not only does a trip to Courtroom 600 means the chance to step inside the room where Nazi leaders were tried for their unspeakable crimes, but visitors can also watch real footage of the Nuremberg trials and learn about the legacy of the verdicts, explains Dunch. 4. Bach Museum. Leipzig. Dunch urges lovers of classical music to make the pilgrimage to Leipzig, where Johann Sebastian Bach composed most of his major works and spent the last 27 years of his life. The Bach Museum. Leipzig houses a collection of instruments, original manuscripts, and other memorabilia related to the German composer. 5. Baden-Baden. European aristocracy, including Napoleon III and Queen Victoria, have decamped to Baden-Baden, a historic spa town on the edge of southwestern Germany's Black Forest, since the 19th century. This Belle Epoque resort town retains its glamorous reputation and wellness credentials, continuing to entice well-heeled travelers with thermal baths and high-class spa hotels such as Brenner's Park Hotel and Spa. 6. Museum Island. I always tell first-time visitors to Berlin to check out Museum Island, says Caroline Quinn, a travel expert at Black Tomato. Situated in the middle of the Spree River, this architecturally stunning cultural complex houses 5 magnificent museums: Altes Museum, Neues Museum, Alte Nationalgalerie, Bode Museum, and Pergamon Museum. 7. Schloss Proschwitz. Schloss Proschwitz is a beautiful 18th-century neo-Baroque castle in the district of Meissen with elegant interiors and gardens. The estate also plays host to Saxony's oldest private winery, which invites visitors for cellar tours and tastings. 8. Hofbräuhaus. The most famous of the many beer halls in Munich, Hofbräuhaus takes patrons back in time to an era when tokens were used to pay for steins and shares the tradition of Gemütlichkeit, geniality, with visitors from around the world through live music, warm hospitality, and homemade Bavarian food. 9. Meisen's Porcelain Museum. The medieval town of Meissen has produced fine figurines and crockery since 1710, explains Dunch. The Meissen Porcelain Museum tells the story of Meissen porcelain through a collection of more than 2,000 objects, including ornate tables used in the royal courts of Europe in the 18th century, vases, candle holders, and intricate animal figurines. 10. Neuschwanstein. Castle. One of Germany's most famous and frequented attractions, Neuschwanstein Castle welcomes a whopping 1.4 million visitors each year. Travelers come from all over to gawk at the fairytale medieval palace and far-reaching views from atop a dramatic rocky hilltop in the Bavarian Alps. Quinn recommends booking timed entry reservations to avoid waiting in lengthy lines.